and these things called courts. I've spent 40 years of my life in these establishments. Let me tell you, there are two basic types of courts. There are courts of record, which are set up by the Crown. That means that your king sits in that courtroom. You know, like in the olden days where the king held court and you would turn up in front of the king and you would plead your case. That's a court of record. That's a proper court. And there are corporate courts. They're not courts of record. They're private organisations, believe it or not. The so-called judges that sit in these courts are employees of these corporations. They're not civil servants. They've not been appointed by the Crown. They have no authority over you whatsoever, unless you give it to them. You enter into a contract. And that's why when you walk into a courtroom, you're almost always going to hear the following. 3 knocks, knock, knock, knock. Then somebody will get up and say, all rise. The court of such and such is now in session. Those who have business with this court, come forward and you will be heard. They're basically telling you what they're doing. If you have business with them, you can stand up, go forward and discuss your business. But you'll never hear those words in a court of record. A court of record, you don't have the option of not turning up. You're a subject of the Crown, and the King has summoned you, and you will step forward when you are called, because you're a loyal subject of the Crown. But in corporate courts, you're doing business. So it'll be some sort of contractual breach. Now, you probably don't know that. You're going to walk into that courtroom thinking it's a court of record, but you need to check. It's pretty easy. Have a look at the emblem that sits above the so-called judge. If it's the emblem of your crown, if it's your king's emblem, now in the Commonwealth, you'd be looking for a lion and a unicorn. If that's what you see, then the chances are he is sitting under the king, and therefore he will respect common law rights. But if you see something else sitting above him, such as a kangaroo and a long-necked chicken or something like that, well, you may be in a corporate court. You may be doing business. Now you know.